everyone. A new month, a new edition, Diasporas and Business. Today, I'm very grateful to have with me Raluca Ioana Man. She's a beautiful entrepreneur from Cyprus. Welcome, Raluca.
Hi, Gabriela. Thank you so much for having me. And I am grateful to be part of Diaspora in Business.
More than welcome to see such a great people around us, especially in diasporas, and the power what we receive from this kind of sites from diasporas make us to feel more confident and to move on. Raluca, you are a professional business consulting, public relationship, and also you are the CEO of a great company focused on delivering brand consulting. Can you tell us more about your early career and how did you did progress on these years?
Sure, thank you so much. I said that before, and I will repeat it now because I want to, in kind of a way, empower people. If you can dream it, like someone said, and I believe it's written in Napoleon Hill's book as well. If you can dream it, then you can achieve it. It is like that. I always knew that I'm gonna open one day my own company. Time came. It happened almost 5 years ago. Actually, it happened on the 7th July 2017. And for me, it's not just a job. It's not just a paycheck. It's what I love. And that's why I always like to say that when your work becomes your calling, it's life mastery, because you don't work just to support yourself or just to get that money to live for the month until the end of the month for a paycheck and so on. It was not easy in the beginning. It needed a lot of setbacks and road bumps and hitting the head on the wall, but it was totally worth it, and I would do it all over again as many times as possible.
It's true. Every beginner is very hard, and sometimes people, if they dream something, they think they will achieve very quickly, but it's not the way. When we close all the doors in the evening, we have still lots of bruise to pass, and it's lots of work behind every success. Raluca, you moved from Romania to Cyprus. Can you tell us more about this move and how this affect your career? Was a career move, or did you or you express some challenge in this way, in this new country?
So I do believe that certain things happen for a certain reason, and I do believe certain things will come when we are ready. Again, I'll mention a saying: when the student is ready, the teacher will come. For me, it was a challenge from one point of view. I finished my studies, I finished my master, and I've decided that I want to change the atmosphere, let's say. I worked in trainings for many years, and I traveled quite a lot, I might say, starting from a young age. So I've been blessed with this. And I've realized how blessed I've been, especially during these pandemic times when you're not able to travel. So after I finished all this, because I considered myself a global citizen, like I'm easy, adaptable, and flexible. So put me in any country, I will adapt and I'll be fine with it. I said that I want to find a new challenge in my life. And I wanted to see if I can succeed moving to a country where I know no one. And I definitely don't speak the language. As you know, and many of our listeners know, Cyprus, it's kind of a divided. So it's the occupied Cyprus, which is 1/3 of the country, and they speak English and Turkish Cypriots. And most of the biggest part is the Greek Cyprus. So I live on the Greek side. I have friends on the other side as well. A very good friend of mine, actually, who was my guide, actually, when I arrived. He lived for many years in London. So it happened that it was not only a challenge, but what you mentioned as well, a career change, because I came with a CV to be manager in a very well-known company in retail here in Cyprus, with a lot of brands and a lot of branches all over the island. So I could say that I got two things from one change. I got my challenge because I had to adapt to driving on the other side and learning Greek and working in retail, which I had no experience whatsoever. Okay, I got my trainings and I start with all the basics. And that was such an amazing thing for me, especially after I opened the company, because I got the experience working. So now I can advise my clients who want to open a new business in retail. So it started as a challenge. It became a career/challenge. And now it became my second home and a very dear place to my heart. So now I'm not considering myself just Romanian. I'm Romanian and Cypriot. And I have two countries that gave me families and amazing friends. So I'm blessed.
We are blessed to have you with us because you are an international woman business, and you are in a sector what I admire so much, branding. We talk every day about branding. What inspired you to enter in this sector of branding?
Okay, I have to say that without knowing, because as you know, at that point in time when we did our studies, we talked more about marketing and we talked more about management and human resources, but branding was not a word known and used. True. And then time changed and big companies that I don't want to mention their name because I'm not paying to advertise, so I don't consider fair, but many big companies known all over the world were doing branding, not because they did not have a brand, because they did have a brand and they wanted to keep at a top level their brand and what they offer. So branding actually always existed, but someone had to come again to dream about it and bring into the real life, let's say. I don't know, making fun sometimes with my partner and with some friends, because I'm very cautious, but cautious in a positive way with what I post on my social media, regardless if I'm the one posting or I have my team behind posting. I want to advertise and I want to put out there what represents me, my beliefs, my values, my way of life, and definitely my work and my customized work. So they were making fun of me because they say, like, it's like you always knew you're going to work with reputation management and with branding and with personal branding because you posted these kind of things before having the company. I always loved these kind of things. And I believe that branding, and especially personal branding, is the foundation of everything. And I like to give an example, and I'm going to give it to you again. You're never going to start building a house with the roof. You're starting with the foundation, with the first brick down in the grass on the land. It's exactly the same like this. You start with self and with your personal branding, and then you move to your brand, because before any successful brand, there's a person or two persons. So behind Zoom and behind YouTube and Google, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 persons. They have their own stories. They have their own personal brand. So thanks to those stories and personal brands, Zoom and Instagram and YouTube and Google got created. So because I always love that, And because I always knew that it will be, again, so much more than just a job, I created my own branding company that offers now services to different companies from different industries, from different places, different backgrounds, different cultures, and everything is customized for both individuals and for the entities. So they get not only just services, they receive experiences.
Yes, because special startups, they make a confusion between personal branding and business branding. They think they are two different things, but personal is the extension of for business, and that is very, very important. Before you build a business, you need to build your personal branding. Raluca, what are the biggest issue for running this model of business? Because I just mentioned people make confusion, they don't know how to put on the page, and so on.
You know, the main issue is, especially when you start doing this kind of things in a small country, the first reaction, especially in the first 1.5 years, was that I don't need branding because I already have a brand. Well, that's wrong. And also, you mentioned the business branding with the personal branding, that they are confusing, that they are the same thing. I agree with you, and I have to say that those two go together. You cannot have one without the other. They might have a lot of different things, but the basics and the most important things are based on the same rules, if I can say rules, and on the same criteria. So when you mention and you talk about personal branding, you have to think about yourself like a product. Why? Because again, people are buying not services, nor products. People are buying emotions, and people will buy things and services according to how those services and products made them feel. And it's always about them and not about us. So when you learn that, you pass through all of the difficulties and issues that you might have, especially in the beginning. And I mentioned this right now because in the beginning, like I said, it was a hard work. And when you love what you do, sometimes you get a little bit too enthusiastic. So you have the feeling that, oh, I can do everything and anything. And yeah, sure, I can do that and that. And when you get a negative reaction or a response like, I don't need branding, you might get a bit pissed. And I'm sorry to use this word, but I'm honest, so that's the truth. And you're like, come on, I'm trying to do that, and I did that, and why they are reacting like this? With time, you learn to control your emotions, and you learn to divide and to understand better, not only what you have to offer, but also what they really need and want. Because the needs with the wants are two totally different things. So when we know how to read those things, everything comes easier. Because you know how to explain to them.
It's very, very correct. It's very, very correct. And that's why I advise every startup coming in my way. If you go and you want to take in your team a marketing guy or a human resource lady, I don't know, you need to take someone on branding, because they know how to put you on the correct page, and it's like a house. You say about the house is the fourth pillar of the house. The branding, you need to take very serious branding. Raluca, what are the 3-5 lessons you learn along your way?
How many?
3-5. If you have more, you please let us know more.
Because I have so many. First, I can't say that, so I will mention in no particular order, because all of these lessons are same important one as the other one. So number one, don't take things personally. because
especially at the beginning of your entrepreneurial life.
Exactly. Because you don't know why the other person reacts in the way they react. Maybe they had a bad day, or maybe they are passing through something. So don't take things personally. Second, never ever give up. And especially when what you do, it's again more than just a job, then you will be crazy enough to not give up, regardless of pandemic and crisis and difficulties and no money and bad economy and negative people around you and no support group whatsoever. You will never, ever give up. And I had to understand that. And everything changed. My third lesson is have faith in yourself. Give yourself some slack and give yourself some credit.
And enjoy the small victory, because all the time we look for the big picture, the big goal, and no one to say well done for the small success what you have it today.
I couldn't agree more. And what you said, it's my fourth lesson. Before enjoying the destination, enjoy the ride. Because the ride is the one who will bring you to the destination and will also come with amazing lessons and with a lot of value and with a lot of blessings and a lot of gifts. And it's so important what you say, enjoy the destination, yes, but first and most important, enjoy the ride. And the fifth one, and I'll stop here, if there's a problem, there are always at least two solutions. There's no problem who will come without at least two solutions. But you just have to work and have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset, in order to be able to accept that and breathe. And after you do that breathing, you find the way, the right way, the proper way to fix that problem with the solution that already came with.
I feel from your side a powerful mindset, entrepreneurial mindset, and that is very, very amazing. But I'm sure you take some was something in your life what helped to get you where you are here, and that is my next question. What helped you to be here?
I'm not going to mention, I'm just going to mention two totally different things. One is maybe hearing for many years from someone dear to me that I'm not good enough, first. And second, the man next to me who believed in me before I believed in myself, who always supported me and had more faith than I had in myself.
That's it's another red flag to be careful who is around us. And,
yes.
And our partner, our husband, our wife, or friend, they need to support us without any other comment. And that is
also to mention something else. When we talk about support, support can be understanding, can be a nice, I don't know, refreshing phrase when you need it. Maybe a negative but constructive feedback, honest one when you need it. When we mention support, we don't mention financial support. We don't mention name dropping or making phone calls to fix something. I've realized again that the best support that you can get is this one, the understanding and a nice word when you need it. You know, someone to come and say to you, don't give up, I believe in you and you can do amazing things. You don't need anything else. You got everything.
It's true. It's true. Just breathe and you will see another mirror and you will find the solution.
Yeah, so open your wings and start flying.
It's true. Everyone have in some point some habits that help him to go on this journey. Can you tell us more about your habits?
Um, I like to have my early morning walk in the park where I'm gonna be with my thoughts and I will listen certain podcasts or certain courses depending on how my day I want to unfold.
Mhm.
I will definitely do my gratitude journal every day. I will always wake up and one of the first things that I'll do in the morning is going to be to take my notebook and write all the things I'm grateful for the previous day. So my today day will start in a positive way. I will do my meditation at certain hours when I'm still in REM and my theta and my waves are at, and my alpha waves are at a certain level. I'm reading and I'm still learning. I still don't know how the things go, but I know that meditation works and it's one of my best friends that I can say I have, an indirect and an invisible friend, if I can say that. Cold showers, my daily morning cold showers. And I love reading. And this is my self-care habits because then I will always love some nice time spent with my loved ones, family, friends, my partner. I will always enjoy to play with my Pomeranian dog, which I love a lot. I will, and I love what I do with Rotary also. It's kind of a nice group care because we're more, so it's not self-care, it's a group care.
You are allowed to tell us more about Rotary because we have plenty of clubs and here in London, everywhere in the world, and I really enjoy, like you say, it's an amazing group, supporting group, Rotary, and I encourage everyone to take the steps and to take a look on the Rotary community.
It is, like you said, it's international. There are clubs all over the world. It's a well-known international organization, even though, you know, sometimes misunderstandings and confusion are going to happen as everywhere and as in everything. But it's nice to know that you are under an umbrella of someone. And when I say someone, again, I'm meaning the organization where you can join forces and support good causes. Now we can talk about Red Cross and we can talk about local organization and community project and supporting, like here in Cyprus, after the fires that we had, supporting the villages that lost their water and 100 million bees died. And we know how important bees are for the environment. And if, God forbid, in one day the bees are disappearing, humanity will disappear as well. So it's so beautiful to know that you can be with people who at a point, they move from people and they become part of your inner circle and kind of a family. So you have a different family, a new one. And together when you join forces, you can help at a different level. And Rotarians are people of action. And they have a saying that I will always love, it's service above self. And I have to say that, and it's something that I cherish so much because I said that in a lot of my trainings and speeches that everything should start with self. And when you start with self and you understand who you are, what are your qualities and weaknesses and strengths and flaws, and you accept your mistakes like life lessons, you understand that it's so much more than just self. And when you believe in synergies and in communities, the sky is not the limit anymore, it's limitless.
True, correct. In life and business, we need to solving problems all the time. And we need to have a special skill in this way. How do you handle the most extremely circumstance in your life and business?
Okay, now I'll make a confession. We had with Gabriela a chat for 2 seconds before going to this interview. And she asked me, what are you doing? And I told her that if I'm going to tell you now, you're going to remember of your hectic schedule. I'm planning my next 2-3 months. So with a lot of planning and a lot of time management, because you need to be organized, and the world will not stop for you or for no one. And time is so precious, and we should never forget that. Money are assets. Time is the most important asset we can have, and it's something that we can never get back. So if you lost it, we've lost it. It's like time is precious, and you can have it, but you cannot own it. So I do one-on-one and group trainings in time management, because time management is so important. And when you realize that most of us, until you go to, to that kind of a training and you understand what are your peak periods and how you should use the time and when you should answer your emails and when you should plan and why you should plan, then you realize that actually around 80% of your time that you use in a day, it's wasted. And actually only the 20% is the strong part. And Jack Canfield talks about that in the Success Principles, and James Clear in Atomic Habits talks about that, and Brian Tracy and so many others. And it's so true. And when you start planning and organizing, even if an external factor or something happens and something changes or something gets canceled or postponed, you are organized and you know what to do with that time, so you're not going to waste it. When you're not organized and you're not planning your time, everything is going to become hectic and chaotic, and you're going to be like, if a meeting will cancel, all your day will be ruined. So time management, it's the go-to.
Special for us, like human, when we have some kids, a family home, and we are a business entrepreneur, we need to have a very great agenda for everything, and it's very true. Time management is the gold and everything.
Yeah.
How do you personally define success? It's about money, it's about freedom, it's about innovation, it's about expression, creativity. How do you define?
Well, Raluca from now defines totally different success than Raluca from 5 or 10 years ago. For me now, success is to be able to go and visit my family in Romania, to have a nice holiday with my partner, to be able to go and have a lunch or a dinner with friends. It's again about time, and it's again about priorities in life. We cannot, unfortunately, have the loved ones a priority every day, even though it might sound sad, but it's the truth. We still work, and especially when you're like you said, you're in business, you're an entrepreneur, and you run things, and you want to advance in your career because you love what you do, and you want to support others and motivate and empower others. Then sometimes priorities are changing. But success is to be able to take a break at a point without feeling guilty, and knowing that tomorrow you can get back, nobody's going to fire you, and you'll be able to take it from where you left it, and everything is going to be smooth and fine. It's what your heart desires.
Yes. Yes, it's true. It's true. In my case, is as well. It's not about money or about. It's about people. What I meet, and I really enjoy to meet with new people to make new connection, to help. I think my success is when I have the ability to help other people, make me to feel very very happy and. When I go to sleep in the evening, I put very happy. I don't know. I really enjoy. I really enjoy. If you asked me 10 years ago what is success, definitely was about money, about freedom. But now it's about helping other people, and that is amazing. We change the way
Yeah.
we see every time the success. Raluca, what is unique about yourself and about your business?
Everything is customized. So I work on every single person that forms that entity. So we have assessments and we have questionnaires and we have SWOT analysis and we have a lot of other things that support us in finding the best training, the best solution for the individual, for the entity, for the group of people. It's not a guided thing in a way that I will come and tell you what you need. We're going to find together what you need. You're always going to have, and you're going to get at least two different options, usually are three. So you can choose for all the budgets, if I can say that. I put my personal touch. I have from traditional to innovative and to my own solutions and tools and techniques. And everything I offer and everything that happens in the trainings, even if they are my own or they are well known, like SWOT analysis, again, it's one of my favorite tools to use, are tested, are adapted, and are improved. So we're analyzing your needs and your requirements and your wants. And then we offer you with the necessary tools, again, that you need and you want. Because it's about you, not about ourselves. And at Rseven Ltd, we measure our success through your success. So if you're successful, then we are successful as well.
You mention groups and like CEO, all the time we think we are a good leader. How how can we be the good leader? Because we talk about leadership every day. We see posting about leadership, how to be a good leader. What is your point of view about leadership and leader?
And again, I have to make a confession, like to the listeners, Gabriela is reading my mind. And I swear to you, we didn't talk about that. And she's reading my mind, like it's shocking.
It's about chemistry. It's about chemistry,
like,
Raluca. It's about chemistry, and that's it.
Yes. The thing is that my two newest milestones are two workbooks. I'm not calling myself an author. I'm not an author. They are workbooks. And when you do trainings, workbooks and work materials should be there. So my two newest milestones are two workbooks, and one is self-leadership, and the other one is leadership. And I have as well my 3 packages of leadership trainings, and we talk about the basic one, and we talk about lead by example, and the top one, the toughest, the most expensive, the most luxury, the exclusive one, it's Unleash the Leader Within. It's exactly what you said. We talk so much about leadership, but we're confusing leadership with hierarchies. It doesn't mean that if you're a CEO, an executive director, a millionaire, a billionaire, you're a leader. No. A leader is someone who will create other leaders and not followers. A leader is someone who leads by example, knows the way, leads the way, and shows the way. Like John Maxwell said, it's not only about barking orders. It's about working with your team and making your team to follow you And I've read somewhere, I don't remember, but it was something like, be that good of a leader that people will follow you without knowing who they are following. This is so smart. And this is so interesting. It's like a ding, ding, wake up call.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you're behind the curtain. You don't need to be there, the spotlight. The spotlight, when you need the spotlight, it comes with the complex. There are some issues there. And you promote your team and you take the fall for the team and you know how to congratulate the team and you put your team in front of the people and everywhere. That's the leader. But again, leadership should start with self-leadership, because if you don't know how to lead yourself, how to control your emotions, your reactions in certain unexpected situations, pandemics, external factors, at peak hours, if you don't know and you don't do your self-discovery journey, you cannot lead others and you cannot influence others. And we have different levels of EQ and IQ. We don't have the same emotional intelligence, all of us. We don't have the same IQ. But when you're pretending to be someone else, when you're pretending to be a different person than you actually are, because you're following the crowd and you want to prove that you are the same as everybody else, and you're trying to, I don't know, lying or fake it until you make it, which I don't believe in that. And I disagree, like fake it until you make it. If you are bad, put your crown, stand out, go there and help your people, yes. But show yourself in front of the people like you're real you, because people are not stupid and they will understand when you're lying and when you're pretending to be someone else. And this is sad.
And it's enough to people to catch you one time you lie about everything what you do, about you, what you say, and everything about your personal branding. You need to be rethinking.
Yes.
And that is a wrong way to escalate your business. Because
True.
I mentioned about leadership because we saw on Facebook or internet lots of people who have lots of followers, million followers, but they don't say nothing new or something to inspire and to grow other small leaders. And other people think they are the best. They live a great life and they look for likes on social media, and they live the proper life on Facebook or other social media. And that is a great difference. What you say, leaders grow other leaders, not only barking about some message.
Yes, but from a point of view, I do understand that, like you say, and I agree, there are a lot of people who are not saying necessarily something new, but they have millions of followers. Yes, because like humanity, we've been always in search for leaders. We always wanted someone to look up to. We always needed a role model. And all this mass media manage to sell, in a way, the wrong things, in my opinion. And it's my humble opinion, and I do apologize, but it's me, and this is what you see is what you get. Like, it was sold in a way that you have to wear a brand to be respected. We're measuring ourselves through the luxuries we're wearing and through the houses we have and to the brand that we wear, which is wrong. We are human all, and we are equal. And we deserve to support each other and to empower people. And to sell a fake luxury life, especially on social media, where no one can actually knows who you are. And now I'm not talking about the VIPs, like, for instance, all these well-known singers and Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres and Michelle Obama and Jennifer Lopez, they are hard workers. They work hard and they pass through so many things to get where they are. Those people know what hard work means. If it's a wannabe or a newborn influencer with a lot of million followers, it's easy to buy followers. We all know that. Unfortunately, it's still easy to buy followers, first. And second, it's not difficult to sell a luxury life on social media because I cannot come and check and know for real who you are.
Yes.
So that's the easy thing to do. So social media, it's amazing to support you. And I love social media to support you and promote what you have. But from the other part, it's easy to sell a lie. It's very easy.
You mentioned to sell your products, and in branding special, you teach us how to build key message. But tell us more about how can we build proper key message.
A proper key message for the brand. Well, you should start with your vision, and then with your mission, and then with your goals. Your key message should be based on that. What do you want to put out there? That one phrase or two phrases represents you and your vision, because you launch a brand and a story from a vision. And from that vision, you launch a mission, like you're doing it for a reason. Like what you do as Gabriela, you want to support people and you want to connect people. And what you do is amazing. And I applaud you for that. And I thank you for that. It's amazing what you do. There are other people who want to sell a product because it's something they created or they put their own touch. So that key message should represent your story and the reason why you have that brand or you want to launch that brand. So the key message should be different for every single one. And don't Google it and don't try to get examples from someone else. I don't know. Do it in a way that represents you, represents your story, something that has to do with you. With you like brand, with you like personal brand, like my company's message, it's emphasize every single letter from R7. So it's, we believe in respect, in striving for greatness. We empathize with and value our customers, and with efficiency and with the necessary tools we create for you. So this is our message.
And from your message, I understand if you take from the bottom every small owner and you bring him to the scene and to take the glory. Well done, lady.
Thank you so much.
Raluca, as a business owner, you know when to walk away from a client, because not all the time we meet the best client.
Yes. She's reading my mind and I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes you have to. Because maybe, you mentioned in the beginning, it's about the connection, it's about the chemistry. Maybe you're not on the same page. And maybe you want, and your goal is the same goal, but not in the same way. And don't take a client just for the money, because it's not only about the money that you're going to get from that client, it's about your name involved. Because when you do something, you put your name in. So if you feel that you're not on the same page, I prefer to be poor, but I prefer to have a clean name instead of being rich, but trying to fix my name that I've lost it with that money or with that amount of money. So, but do it in a very polite way. Because again, we have different characters, different personalities. We pass through different stages of lives and we have different lives and we have different beliefs and cultures and backgrounds and values. So it's not easy. and we're not the same, and we should respect and understand that. So refuse it in a very polite way, because you never know what can happen within 3 years and 10 years, and maybe you will need that client, or maybe that client will need you. And within 5 years, like you mentioned before, you changed and he changed. So you can find a way to collaborate. Be polite and be honest and be authentic.
That is such an important thing, to be authentic and to deliver the message with kindness, because
Yes.
we are in a rush for everything, and we forget to be kind many times, or or we don't know how to deliver the message. How do you push yourself through the worst times, like last year, like other times?
Depends. One of the things that relax me is being alone. When I have a hard time, I need to be alone, because at that point there's a confrontation. Each one of us have inside an angel and a demon. Mm-hmm. And at my worst time, the demon tends to come a little bit more out. And even though usually we are friends now, and the pessimistic from myself disappeared, in that bad times, the demon is out. And who lets the dog out? Well, that song is definitely for me at that point. So I have to be alone so that my loved ones will not suffer. Because I might be too honest. I might be brutally honest, and it's not necessarily good. So I need to be alone. And the second one, I will take my car and go for a drive with very loud music. I will sing. I'm not a singer. I don't have a very good voice. Okay, if I'll go to a karaoke, I will not embarrass myself 100%, only 50%, but still. So I will take my car, and something happens, in the moment I'll touch the wheel, I forget about everything. So these are two of my things, and I don't know, meditate and talk with a higher power to find and get back my energy and my peace of mind and my calm.
That means if we meet you on the street, driving with music loud, that means you
It's
try
me.
to put your demon down.
Sleep.
Amazing. Oh. Amazing. So cute. Raluca, looking at your business, which are your principles for building a successful business?
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Transparency. Those non-negotiable set of values. Be honest, be authentic. Don't try to win no one by telling them what you think they want to hear. And don't do it for the money. And learn to listen. Truly listen. And this one comes from someone who years ago had no idea what truly listening was. So learn to listen. The number one in an efficient communication and in an effective communication is active listening.
Good to start. It's a good start to hear and to see what happened around you when you have active listen. The last two questions. If you have the possibility, I'm sure it happened many times during the day, to meet a new entrepreneur, what will be your piece of advice?
The one that I said it as my lessons: never ever give up. This one goes together, these three goes together. Don't take things personally have faith in yourself and never ever give up.
And the last one, if because remember, I like to have a magic baguette.
Yes, you do.
If I will share with you this magic baguette, and you will have the opportunity to travel back 10 years, 20 years, I don't know, you choose. What will be your message for yourself?
Have faith in yourself, because you can do great things.
And
Please.
faith closed lots of businesses in the first 5 years because they lose the faith to fight for them dreams.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Raluca, for your insights and share with us your knowledge. We take lots of notes, and we will come back to remind us about what you say about walking on the park, to clear your mind, journaling. What is an important thing to clear your mind, journaling. And you mentioned that. Thank you so much. We take lots of piece of advice with us from this interview.
I want to thank you as well, because I'm here thanks to you, and I'm here thanks to your great job, and I'm here thanks to you approaching me, and I'm humble and grateful for that. I support and appreciate what you do. I'm sure that our connection, and I want to say friendship, and even business partnership will not, this was just the beginning. We already talked with Gabriela about certain things, but we're not going to disclose it now. No. At the right
keep
moment.
Surprise.
Yes. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Keep up the great work you do. And again, was an honor and pleasure to be part of Diaspora in Business. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure to put the light on amazing people who change mentalities in lots of countries, and you are doing very, very well, and I'm so proud. You are from my home.
Yes.
And you are from you are very close for everything what I do, and keep going. You're doing very well.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.